The more you grow, the further you go. Chapter 15. So, are we dealt a hand at the beginning? Do limitations or possibilities come with that? Is that perspective? Do those circumstances that we are born into, for example, a disability, a dysfunctional family, a social status, a race, a religion, hold us back or give us a unique view of the world that makes us unique? Yes, our mission is to do the very best with our potential, by seeking knowledge and understanding in order to bring our unique selves to the world. Pursue what is meaningful for you, and you will encounter that which you least want to encounter. We've all heard that before, but why is it true? Because the treasure inside you is buried under all your doubts, your frustrations, and your perceived negative and rejected parts of yourself. This is your shadow self. We must willingly face those dragons to access the gifts and treasures of our authentic self. What you need most will always be found where you least want to look, because you feel you aren't brave enough or don't know enough to reach it, and the results look uncertain. Most people care more about whether they might fail rather than if they could succeed. It's a case of not hurting versus success. It's a scale of pain versus pleasure. You can have what you want if you know what that is and you diligently pursue it, facing your fears and overcoming them. Do people love themselves? You're more likely to overlook the failings of someone you love than your own failings. Most people will give medicine to their pets quicker than they will take it for themselves because they love their pets. What does that say about self-love? Who are you comparing yourself to? What ideal do you hold up to judge yourself against? Because ideals are a judge, and they can rob your hope. Your life circumstances are unique to you. So, who can you best compare yourself to? Yourself, as you were yesterday, and not someone else, as they are today. Decide what parts of you would like to change, and then, one little step at a time, make small changes each day. Decide not to do the things you know you don't like about yourself. Know why you want to change, and that why will give you the courage, the strength, and the commitment to follow through with it. Intent is at the start of any journey. Vision, meaning, and willpower keep it moving in the right direction despite the setbacks. We're very aware of our own failings, our deep, dark thoughts, our history. There are people you know that you don't like because of something they did, but you know everything about yourself, everything you have said and done or thought to do. No wonder you struggle to like yourself. You are weak and prone to failure, but so is everyone else. So, how do I know if my judgment of the world is accurate? What you don't know is more important than what you know. What you know has gotten you to where you are. If you're not happy with that, then it's because you simply don't know enough. Learning new ways of thinking and understanding can be challenging and sometimes even painful, but it's critical for making good decisions. When you know enough to ask the right question, you are ready to receive the right answer. They are two ends of the same stick. The degree of wisdom and understanding in the answer is directly related to the wisdom and understanding in the question. The inside is reflected on the outside. If you want to change something on the outside of you, you must change something on the inside of you first. How you feel about something or someone, how you are judging something or someone, your attitude or perspective on something or someone, your motivation towards something or someone, your knowledge or understanding of something or someone, and your view on the history of something or someone. It's all a reflection. Therefore, you can change any circumstance in your life by changing the inside of yourself. Life will rearrange itself to bring you what you believe. The basic component of the universe is energy. All that we see and all that we cannot see is an expression of that energy. Emotions are a form of energy. Emotion is energy in motion. The atmosphere is energy felt. Intuition is energy perceived. If you're getting no answer or the wrong answer, then you're asking the wrong question. Apply your energy into working to understand the right question to ask, rather than trying to figure out the right answer. That will come. Every circumstance and every person we attract into our lives is showing us a perception we hold about ourselves. Is a perception based on a desire, a lack, a disappointment, A false belief? Are we taught how to think for ourselves in school? Or are the methods designed more for memory than understanding? True learning is when we realize more than we memorize. We are given textbooks and told to learn what's in them. Then we are examined on the subject matter. And if we don't come to the same conclusions as the text, we are judged as failures. That can impact our view of ourselves and what we are capable of. Alan Turing said, "Sometimes it's the people that no one can imagine anything of, that do things that no one can imagine." If we wish to break out of that structure, we must be willing to learn by making mistakes, feeling at times useless, ridiculed, or humiliated. We must have a strong inner belief when the world wants to push us back into conformity. We exhaust ourselves trying to get our self-image to match what the world tells us is acceptable. For example, our body shape, our education, our achievements, our status, and our physical looks, when in fact we need to put our energy into getting in line with our true self-image, not so much the one we are told to want, but the one we are. That is our journey. Who are you in your imagination? There is an old Egyptian proverb that says, "The kingdom of heaven is within you, and whosoever shall know himself shall find it." Your gifts are greater than you. You are just ordinary otherwise, prone to making mistakes and taking wrong actions. But when you are using your gifts, they are what is great about you, and you are given those for free. Gratitude should always be at the center of your life. Locate your gifts and strengths on the inside of you and be intentional. Be content but not satisfied. What you experience is your journey. Things happen, both good and challenging things. They come into your life to teach you new perspectives. That's a part of what makes you unique, and if you pay attention, will give you opportunities to bring your dynamics into the world around you. Don't waste anything. Learn from everything. Live and lead your life. Don't just accept it as you have it. Ask yourself, what do I need to understand about this part of my journey? Can you know yourself without knowing how you relate to others? Who knows you as you want to be known? Your feelings sit on top of your values, which come from your culture, upbringing, religion, environment, and education. You judge everything with that story, the narrative you have chosen as your measuring stick. That becomes the power behind your behavior. If you have grown up with feelings of being unwanted, uncared for, unappreciated, and unworthy, then this is the lens through which you view the world. Your search is then for acceptance and appreciation, which is your need to be seen, recognized, wanted, worthy, and needed. If you feel you are not wanted or desired, you might work harder to feel needed. However, this can foster feelings of isolation, depression, and loneliness. Ask yourself, what is the value of being me? Am I happier when I put on my masks and pretend to be something and someone that I am not? Do I fit into the society I live in easier when I wear masks? Is my life going the way I want it to go? How could I improve it? Try this exercise. Let's pretend that you are interviewing someone for the position of CEO, Chief Executive Officer of You Incorporated. Whoever gets the job will have full control over the growth of your character, the management of your money, and your relationships. They will also control the planning of your future. What skills would you require of the candidates? What would you want to see on their CV? What character traits would you want them to have? What disposition would they need? Really think about these questions. It is as much fun as it is difficult to do. However, write out the answers you would want to see from the winning candidate. Do you think you could trust such a candidate to build a good, strong, secure, and meaningful life for you? Now, based on the answers you gave above, ask yourself, am I qualified to be the CEO of myself? Do I have what it takes? What parts am I missing? How can I bring them into my life? What additional knowledge do I think I need? What parts of my attitude do I need to alter? What actions do I need to introduce to deliver satisfactory results? How much time and thought do I think I need to put into that job to produce great results? How much time and thought am I currently putting into that job? Are the results in line with my efforts? We are not talking about building an image here. We are talking about building a life, and you only have one of those. So is it not worth the effort to work at it, to get it the way you want it? You are dealing with one commodity that has a limited supply, and there is no way to get more of it, and that's time. Don't waste it on people, social media, TV, or things that are not capable of adding to your life in a positive manner. Build the character of the person that is capable of achieving your desires. The tools are already inside you. Knowledge and understanding, through education, can bring them out. A strong intent to do something, backed up by desire and willpower, will produce results. When you make mistakes, and you will, take the lesson from them and flush the emotional feelings of failure. You can only fail when you give up, otherwise the game is still on. Every time you allow someone's negative comment about you to take root in you, you create a new dragon at the entrance to your shadow self. It is keeping some aspect of you hidden and negatively affecting your life. Deal with it immediately. Examine that comment. Learn what it is teaching you, and let that dragon go. There are people who will pull you towards stability, security, tradition, the past, and how things used to be, and there are people who will pull you towards change, the adventure of something new possibilities and new potential. We need a measure of both, and the wisdom to choose. That is our destiny. Be clear what you need in order to grow in the direction you want to go. The more you grow, the further you go. Quote, "Each life is made up of mistakes, and learning, waiting and growing, practicing patience and being persistent." Billy Graham.